we think about the skeletal system, a lot of times we think about it as a support system. It keeps us upright, particularly when we're talking about Homo sapiens. It allows for us to stand bipedally and as an attachment point. So you're going to have these ligaments and these tendons actually attaching to certain parts of the bone. So muscle tendons, particularly when you have these big bumps associated with bone, these are going to be attachment points. Finally, it's going to protect certain other internal organs. So all right, hugely important in terms of the skeletal system, assistance in movement. So if you think about those attachment points and where they're actually attaching onto the bone, if that muscle contracts, that's going to move the bone. One of the main ones is mineral storage and release. And we all have heard, drink your milk, get that calcium into your bones, because bone is going to store 99% of the calcium in your body. But calcium is important in other areas of the body as well. So you'll have calcium sometimes released into the blood in order to allow for your gastrointestinal tract to function properly. And so calcium can be released from bone to allow for homeostasis to keep up. So we'll talk about different ways and different glands, so in terms of your thyroid gland and your parathyroid glands, that will help keep the certain amounts of calcium within the bone or release it if need be. Phosphorus is another mineral that's stored within the bone, not quite as high amounts as calcium, but it will play a role in terms of mineral release and storage as well. Now, bone is also important in terms of hemopoiesis, and you'll talk about this a lot more with Dr. Fox when you talk about his blood-like bones. So when I say the term juvenile, I mean a subadult or a young individual. These are going to be the ends of long bones. And then as you move into adulthood, a lot of that red bone marrow is differentiated into yellow bone marrow. And yellow bone marrow is what we think about when we think important in terms of triglyceride storage. So that fatty storage of as an energy storage for these yellow bone marrow.